Well, the storm is really, really close. And not only that, Apache came down. I got a call from Apache that we have a tornado over on the other side of the mountain, and that's it you see coming right there. We just opened the small building here and got Chris up from her afternoon nap. She had slept enough anyway, and I've got her in the Freddy hole here. You want to turn around or something, honey? Or, well, yeah, we can move around here. What do you think, baby? Huh?
I don't know.
We'll be safe in here no matter what happens. The sirens are going off. I don't know if that's the sirens going off at the airport or the sirens going off at Gene Autry, which is over in that direction, but we can hear the tornado sirens going off. And they're reporting the tornado. Was it on the ground, Apache, or not? It's in a, so it may or may not get down on the ground. That mountain right there usually causes them to go up and come over our place here. We'll see what happens. We're not going to have to stay in here probably but a few minutes. You can see the lightning. It's not quite dark. Big lightning happening all around. And thunder, constant thunder. How dark it's getting. See that light flickering over there? That's a solar light that's trying to come on because it comes on at dark. It's getting relatively, well, it's not really close to dark. It's 4 o'clock. So you can hear what happens here. We can hear that tornado coming, so I'll probably hang around out here and watch a little bit and see what happens. We've got Benelli and got Chris and got Apache. So if that rascal decides it wants to try to take over my house here at the Twin Eagle, we're not going to be in it. We're going to be, look at that lightning. It's beginning to rain, so we're going to have to get in and out of the rain. We'll see what happens. That's it right there. So we'll watch the radar, watch this storm. That's serious, Apache. That's serious. We should be able to hear that tornado if it gets close. Maybe it'll stay up in the air. But here we are on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. And we're gonna get a little rain anyway. Hopefully the tornado stays up in the air and doesn't get down on the ranch. Lightning flashing big time. All right. We're gonna watch a little bit. You gotta be kind of careful. Of course, around all these trees, the trees are gonna get stuck by lightning. You just don't wanna be too close or it could bounce over and get you. So the lightning's dangerous as well. So
We got a warning until 4 o'clock.
warning until 4 o'clock? 5 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
It's 4 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
So it might be over. Well, it's right there, so we'll see what happens. All right, Apache and I are in the building where the tornado shelter is. That's our tornado shelter. That's a tornado place shelter we had built a couple years ago. And when the tornadoes hit in September, Apache spent pretty much the entire night there. Getting a little bit of hail. Not much hail, but we're getting torrential rain. A lot of thunder and lightning, but we hear no tornado, which is good. And we probably ought to quit talking and video and get in the shelter, really.
Yeah.
I think we can hear that tornado. You heard that other one coming.
I good.
Yeah.
Like that, but
Yeah, you heard that other one, and you were inside there. Apache kept coming and looking out. He stayed in here till like at 4:30 in the morning. A couple of tornadoes came by, but it's raining, thundering, lightning. Chris is in the shelter. We're kind of watching and listening. Behind us is where the tornado would be coming from. And we got that big mountain on the other side. We're kind of hoping that that mountain would cause the tornado to lift up in the air. We haven't had any more warnings come in on the phone. So the rain is slackening off right now. That's both good and bad. Tornadoes, sometimes the rain slackens off and there's a little lull and then they bust down on the ground. But other times you can't even see a tornado because of hard rain. They're coming up in the rain. Now it's raining a lot harder right now. Rain's coming down pretty good. So So we're gonna just kind of bide our time here for a minute, see what happens. Tornadoes do create an awful lot of noise. So unless the thunder and lightning gets too loud and bright and stuff, we should be able to hear that rascal if it gets close to us. But I think just for a little bit here, I think we might be a little bit smart. We got Benelli's here also. I'm gonna take Benelli and Apache. We got Chris in the shelter. I think we're gonna go in there for a few minutes and wait this thing out and see what happens. Well, it's looking like that we have dodged the tornado. We got Chris is in here in the shelter. Apache and I are standing here with the door up, looking out the building. And all we've got is heavy, heavy, heavy rain. Really heavy rain out there. And it's supposed to rain for the next couple of hours, really. Off and on. If we get a little break, we'll try to get in the house. Apache came down here in his mule. Your mule's a little wet out there, dude. And it's parked there in the rain. Well, it's taking a bath anyway. So, but it looks like we've dodged a tornado. We're still in heavy thunderstorms. Got a heavy thunderstorm warning for about the next hour, but that's okay. Very little hail. Looks like the wind wasn't bad at all. That's one thing that was different from this tornado than the last one that came through and hit Sulphur. I hope everybody else fared as well as we did. They sure didn't last night in Oklahoma City. Lots and lots of damage. But it looks like that we have dodged a bullet one more time. These mountains are a blessing because a tornado just has a difficult time going up and down the mountains and staying on the ground. So when they do appear, you got to be pretty unlucky for one to just fall right down on top of you. It can happen, and it's better to be safe than sorry. And we're just tickled to death that no tornado, no damage, and we need the rain, so we're thankful for that. God is good. Chris and I are back in the house. We're out of the tornado shelter, and we have a lot of storms still running around though. You can hear that thunder rumbling, and it's dark now. It gets dark an hour earlier now, but we'll see what happens here the rest of the evening, but hopefully we don't have to go back out there again. But the sirens blaring. You would think in the middle of nowhere like we are, we couldn't hear sirens. Ooh, you see that, don't you? You saw all of that. We have a thunder rumbling all around us, and the rain is really light right now. We got another. Hear that? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Big time thunder. We got another 1.5 inches of rain. I checked the rain gauge, and obviously it's going to rain more as the evening goes on. It's a pretty remarkable rain. This lake is low. You can see our dock down there with the blue lights on it. That water's pretty low down there. It should come up within just a few inches of that board below those lights, which is a 10-inch board, I think. So it should be. It's you know, this lake's down low as well. So we should have some more heavy rains coming in. We got heavy rains during that tornado watch. There's lightning is still flashing all around. We'll watch it throughout the evening, see what happens. So we may or may not check back with you. If not, kind of hope you kind of enjoyed this little drama we had. It wasn't too dangerous at all. Could have been. It's a lot of houses torn up in Oklahoma City last night because when these tornadoes drop out of the sky, there's still tornado warnings. It's all north and east of us now, as the bad stuff has gone by, and now we're just looking at hopefully heavy rains throughout the night, off and on, just kind of waves of rains coming through. These are pretty doggone hot storms though, and it's not lightning constantly, but you can see from that lightning that happened a minute ago, my golly, lightning's pretty good sometimes, occasionally. And when it does, it's a lot of lightning and a big bunch of thunder, and just a pretty good storm to observe. Hear that from that lightning that just happened there a second ago. So as it gets darker, the lightning seems brighter, and it's just pretty exciting, really. And no harm from the tornado, and it stayed up in the air, I guess, and I've not heard that we got down on the ground anywhere, actually. It was just there, and the tornado warnings popped up on the phones. The sirens went off over at the Ardmore Airport. I think that's the sirens we were hearing. They may be hearing sirens at Gene Autry. I'm not real sure. I think they were probably at that airport, though. I believe that's where they were. And we hear sirens very, very infrequently. And that's one word, infrequently. So we don't hear a siren here very often. So when we did, we took it serious. I've got 3.5 years now invested in keeping Chris alive from that stroke and getting her back where she'll be walking again one day and fishing again one day. I sure would feel pretty stupid losing her to a tornado when we have a tornado shelter right here on the ranch. And so Apache and Chris and I and Benelli got in the tornado shelter for an hour and a half or so. And it's all good. It's all good, Twin Eagle Ranch. God is still smiling on this place. No doubt about that. All right, guys and girls, let's go ahead and end this video on a really positive note. It's the next morning. It's sprinkling rain out here right now. The rain's picking up as I'm speaking. It wasn't raining a single drop when I walked out here. We made it through the tornado just fine. All the animals made it through just fine. And we got a little bit more rain coming today. We had a total last night of 2 inches plus 3 inches. Started about 3:30 Sunday morning. And I quit for church. We quit for church so everybody could go to church without getting wet. And then the storms came in. We had the tornado scare, but it really wasn't that bad at all. And the tornado did not touch down anywhere that I've heard of, anywhere around close. So that's really, really nice. And that there's more storms coming in this afternoon, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock. Most of those storms are west of us. They're staying west of Interstate 35. Just going through Oklahoma City, and Oklahoma City's having flooding, a lot of problems up there. But we've had 5 inches of rain, is what we've had total, plus the rain right now. I've got rain gauges out right here behind me. And we've had 5 inches, which is really great. We're above what we had last year. So hopefully these lakes will come up a little bit. Nothing has really happened so far. I guess they're 5 inches up from what they were. But anyway, it's starting to rain out here. We got cloud cover around. It'll be a great day to be fishing. Chris and I are here by ourselves today. We're going to be doing some fishing this week, though. We got some guests coming in and be having some fishing, and we'll be showing you real soon. Fishing is good, by the way. Most of the fish are gathering around the mouths of coves and pockets with the shad, and you can catch them on crankbaits out there. You can catch them on spinnerbaits a little bit, but crankbaits are going really good right now. So get out and go fishing. Remember, guys and girls, I sure do love you.